Hi, I'm Cloud Tayag, and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to share with you an excellent recipe which is perfect for any occasion. The Pancit Bihon with Pork Humba. First, I'd like to talk about the main ingredients. Okay, so I'll show you how the humba is made. So as I mentioned earlier, the humba is basically, you start with the Filipino adobo. So suka, remember as I mentioned also, in a lot of Filipino recipes, the dish conforms to the maker, meaning it's up to you how you want, the saltiness, the sourness. Soy sauce, garlic, liberal amount. As we say in Filipino, the more the merrier, mas masarap. Tapos the black pepper, and then the bay leaves. You can crack the, tear the bay leaves, so it will be easier to mix. The humba would have tajure. Tajure is the fermented bean curd. Basically this is tokwa, but it's fermented. So you have to mash this. There, like that. I've seen it used in Iloilo for their pancit molo, so which is Chinese in origin as well. There you go. It's just roughly mashed. Tausi naman this time, fermented black beans. So this one, well, I can mash it with my fingers here. So there you go. And then you have the sangke or the star anise. See that? Just barely 2 or 3. There. The cloves are what we call colloquially pako, as in nail. Looks like the nail of the cross here. See that? So just probably 5 pieces, not so much. It will taste like a dentine or the dental. And then this is cinnamon bark. Break it. This one. And of course, brown sugar. So it's on the sweet side. Salty, sweet, and a bit sour. And the important thing to note here, humba with all these spices and flavorings, it's a layering of flavors and aroma. And this is dried oregano, including the sprigs, the stems. There, I think that's about completes the marinade. Okay, so now we have the liempo or the pork belly. This would be the bacon cut, the pork belly. So here, you can marinate it at least for 1 hour. But the longer the better. If I were you, if you had plenty of time, you can marinate it overnight. First and foremost is the use of excellent bihon. It is important that we use this excellent bihon to ensure the consistent quality of your rice noodle, its firmness, its texture, and most importantly, this will absorb all the flavors of the broth that you will put into it. And secondly, you have to have a full flavored stock or sauce to put in your noodles. So now let's go to the main event. The first order of business, I'm going to saute the vegetables with the humba sauce. So again, the versatility of this dish really is up to you. What vegetables you prefer or what is available. So in my case, I'm going to saute first with a little oil, some onions. So the onions are sliced, they're not chopped. And you can put the onions even while the pan's not yet that hot. The onions, and then maybe the carrots will go in second because they take longer to cook. And in the meantime, I'm going to slice some of the humba meat. So see how it is? Look at the layering of meat and fat, and this gives the flavor in the humba. Okay, so this is some of the. This is actually fully cooked. I'm just incorporating it with the vegetables, so they will have a full flavor of the pork humba. Okay. Okay, there. And then these are Chinese mushrooms. Again, it's up to you if you have it at home or you can buy. They have been pre-soaked, and don't throw away the water, that the liquid that you have soaked it with. You add that in the sauce. Here, so a little stir, and I'm going to add. So you see the broth, you see the lard floating on top. Don't discard that. That will be the main ingredient, meaning the main flavoring agent of your dish. Okay, the last ingredient that you will introduce here would be the Chinese cabbage, because you basically don't want it really cooked. There, 1, 2, 3, and maybe a little on the other end to get the greens. If you want a really flavorful. So this is about done. See, I did not really fully cook the vegetables, the Baguio Pechay. You want it really crisp and crunchy. And I'm gonna set it aside, but make sure you keep the remaining juices there, so there will be no spill. I place the bowl very near the next to the frying pan. Okay, so you keep the some of the remaining liquid. So I'm going to pour 2 cups of the humba sauce. Let it boil, and I will use this is 8 ounces or 227 grams of the excellent bihon. This will have 2 cakes of the humba. So soak it well. So this is important, so as it will cook evenly. And then I'll place the second one and make sure all the tidbits. You know, at this stage, you just let it boil like 5 minutes, it's done. And then you place back the mixed vegetables, and as it softens, then you can mix, alternate the cakes. So soak it 20 seconds or so. The thing to remember here is, for 1 cake of the bihon, the taste of the broth is just right, then that will be it. You don't need to add additional seasoning here. So if you see, the bihon has softened, and I'm gonna loosen it further, and then I'm gonna place a lid, a cover. So see this? So now I'm gonna place a cover, let it simmer for about 5 minutes, no more. The noodles will absorb all the liquid, all the goodness of the broth. So I think this is about ready. Wow, look at that. See how the noodles has expanded. So we're still okay. So you keep tossing, so it will cook evenly. And then, so this is about done. Smells so good. So you put half of the of your, well, let's just call it the humba chop suey, and then mix it thoroughly. Just toss, keep tossing. Wow, this is a lot. This could serve like 4 to 6 persons or more. So there you go. There's your excellent bihon with pork humba. Okay. Okay, now we're going to plate it. So talagang inanda ko talaga isang bandehado na pancit. This is the miracle bread that will multiply and literally expanded. Now, wow, this will serve 4 to 6 people easily. Okay, so for good measure, I set aside some of the toppings that you can place, so it will really look so delicious and so appetizing. Yeah. All that sauce will absorb will be absorbed by the noodles. So these are the Chinese mushrooms. You have the pork humba. So there you go. Here's my excellent bihon with pork humba.